I'm really happy to share some of my favorites here. So some of the practices that I'll offer are pretty simple.
Hmm.
And again, you might kind of go, well, what's this supposed to do? Why am I doing this? Kind of just trust it, right?
Yeah.
So the first point of contact that I'll offer sits right here between the eyebrows.
Okay.
And the kind of funny thing is that many of us just do this intuitively, right? Like when we're
Oh,
stressed,
yeah.
this is the shape that we take. Like,
You're
oh,
right.
right? You're actually stimulating your vagus nerve,
Yeah.
yay, right?
Yeah.
But you can take your natural vagus nerve stimulation devices, your fingertips, and greet the points that sit here between your eyebrows.
Hmm.
And whether it's just kind of holding those points or small circular movements in one direction or another. And sometimes these points are a little tender,
Mm.
right? We're like,
Hmm.
oh, yeah, I know that sensation, right? Maybe you're familiar with these points because of headaches
Hmm.
or just general kind of furrowing your brow. It actually is kind of funny because sometimes these facial massages are like a natural facelift. We're
Hmm.
actually working some of the muscles that can contribute to those lines that people go and get Botox for. But hey, wait, we could do this naturally too. um, so you can kind of self massage there and then gently work your fingertips across the top of the eyebrow.
Hmm.
Now, you know, it may not feel quite so, um, I don't know, quite so profound,
Mm.
but there's
Feels
a
good. I'll say that. I mean,
it feels good, right?
yeah.
It feels really good.
Yeah.
And then you can work your way towards your temples, and it can
Hmm.
feel really nice just to do a little self massage in one direction or another at the temples.
Hmm.
Now, next point that I'll offer is to go below your eyes. So bridge of nose
Okay.
and then sliding outward on the top of your cheekbone as
Hmm.
if like you're going to gaze straight forward. Your fingertips are going to come right to the center underneath your pupils, so almost slightly inside from where you are.
And
Yeah, there you go.
okay.
And then maybe halfway between those 2 points that you were just at.
I,
Perfect. You got it.
oh, sweet.
And then and a lot of it is more intuitive, so it's not like an exact point, but we can start there and then feel into any of those tender points, do a little bit of just hold or circular movement. It doesn't
Hmm.
have to be super deep or tight. And again, it's another place where sometimes we're like, wow, I had no idea I had tension in my cheek muscles.
Yeah.
Uh, but there we go. And then you
Wow.
can again slide outward from your cheekbones outward toward your ears.
Hmm.
And then we'll do that kind of famous tragus point. So the tragus is the bit of cartilage that sits in front of your ear.
Uh-huh.
Thumb can go behind, forefinger in front. You can do both sides at once or one at a time. And then you just give a gentle squeeze.
Hmm.
And so when I've had conversations with folks that have worked with the surgically implanted vagus nerve devices, a friend of mine has one for epilepsy, and she got that because she wanted to get pregnant. And so I was asking her, yeah, you can do one at a time. You can work with your your ear pods there, exactly. So I asked her, how often does that vagus nerve stimulation impulse go off, right? What would be your guess?
Oof. Every 3 to 5 seconds.
Every 5 minutes. But
Oh,
it was actually a really good guess because I don't think that we realize how frequently it happens, right?
okay. Yeah.
Even every 5 minutes is a lot.
Oh, you're right. In a day, that's a lot. That's frequent
It
for
is
every
a
five.
lot,
Yeah.
right? So think about how often
Mm,
our vagus nerve and our autonomic nervous system needs a little impulse
yeah.
to work optimally.
Mm,
Wow, amazing, right?
yeah.
So, the reason why I like to work with these very simple ones is because they're things that we can do
Mm,
on the fly
yeah. A few times a day, quite readily and quickly. Spend
a
like
few times
what?
an hour,
Like
right?
a few, how many, like if you were to say a prescription, uh, you know, a few, a few minutes, 3 to 5 minutes of spending doing that right there, you would say
So
every hour?
here's generally what I recommend
Mm,
around that question. I recommend having one longer practice in the morning,
mm-hmm,
something like 15 minutes. It doesn't have to be super long. And even 5 minutes, you're going to get so much benefit. But
mm,
a bit of a longer one, it's almost like I don't know, maybe it's like your morning espresso, like you're going to kind of, right, like give
mm,
yourself an extra boost for the day. And I
mm.
really mean it. Like we're talking about calm, but even just the little bit that we just did, I feel so alert. I feel so present,
I do. I
right?
was I feel that too, actually. I was already kind of calm and like relaxed. I'm like, I feel a little more even just kind of just,
Yeah.
and I'm not making this up, everybody. I'm like, literally, I'm like, okay, I actually feel that feeling of just release I had a little bit there from this morning and last
Yeah.
night's sleep. And I'm like, okay, I'm here.
Yeah.